In the bustling streets of Lagos, there lived a man known as Oses, a towering figure with skin as dark as midnight. Oses was no ordinary man. He was a vigilante who had dedicated his life to fighting for the poor and oppressed. Born in the slums, he had seen firsthand the suffering caused by the immense wealth disparity in Nigeria. Oses's journey began when his family was evicted from their home by a corrupt landlord who had taken bribes from a wealthy businessman. With nowhere to go, Oses's family struggled to survive. This injustice ignited a fire in Oses, a determination to fight back against the powerful who exploited the poor. Oses donned a simple mask and became a nighttime hero. He used his strength and intelligence to reclaim stolen money and property, returning them to the rightful owners. His methods were unconventional and often outside the law, but they were effective. The poor began to see him as a savior, a beacon of hope in their darkest hours. However, Oses's actions did not go unnoticed by the authorities. The rich and powerful, threatened by his deeds, pressured the police to arrest him. Oses was captured multiple times, but each time, the community rallied for his release. Songs were sung about his bravery, and stories of his heroics spread like wildfire. He became a legend, known as the Black Knight of Lagos. Despite the arrests and the beatings, Oses's resolve never wavered. He continued to help the poor, knowing that his actions made a difference. The more he was imprisoned, the stronger his legend grew. People began to see him not just as a man, but as a symbol of resistance against corruption and greed. Yet, not everyone admired Oses. The wealthy saw him as a criminal, a threat to their way of life. They lobbied harder for harsher punishments, hoping to break his spirit. Oses's actions were polarizing. Some called him a hero, while others labeled him a menace. One day, after a particularly daring operation where Oses exposed a massive embezzlement scheme, he was captured once more. This time, the authorities decided to make an example of him. He was sentenced to a long prison term in a high-security facility. The streets of Lagos erupted in protest, but the government remained firm. In prison, Oses continued his fight in whatever ways he could. He mentored young inmates, teaching them about justice and resilience. His spirit remained unbroken, and his legend continued to grow even behind bars. Letters and messages of support poured in from across the country, and his story inspired many to take up his cause. Years passed, and the pressure from the public for Oses's release never subsided. Eventually, a new administration, more sympathetic to the plight of the poor, came into power. Recognizing Oses's contributions and the injustice of his imprisonment, they granted him a pardon. Oses emerged from prison older but undaunted. His return was met with jubilation, and he continued his fight for justice, this time using his influence to work within the system to bring about change. He became a bridge between the people and the government, advocating for policies that would uplift the poor. Oses's story is a testament to the power of one individual's determination to fight for what is right, even in the face of immense adversity.